Good day, everyone. Before I start, I would like to formally introduce myself. I am Adrian Espinosa Bacos, and I'll be the one who discuss to you about the program delivery modes. But before that, let me read you our lesson objectives for us to be guided. Define program delivery modes and explain their significance in the context of educational training. Identify and describe the main types of delivery modes, including face-to-face, online, blended, and experimental formats, and evaluate how the choice of a delivery mode affects learner engagement, such as accessibility and instructional effectiveness. So let's proceed. Okay, what is program delivery modes? Okay, so program delivery modes, which are the different methods to use to deliver educational or training programs for the learners, from traditional face-to-face, instructional to modern online, and mobile learning, and how the choice of mode affects learner engagement, such as accessibility, flexibility, and the overall effectiveness of the instruction. So here are the importance of delivery modes in education and training. So first, enhance accessibility and inclusion. Of course, through delivery modes such as online or distance learning allow learners in remote or undeserved areas to access quality education and training. They also support learners with disabilities or those with unique scheduling needs, such as working students, and etc. Next is support different learning styles. Some learners thrive in a face-to-face environments, while others perform better with self-paced or blended approach, providing various delivery modes address diverse learner and preference and needs in improving outcomes. Next, improves flexibility and convenience. So online and modular learning formats offer flexibility in time and location, which helps adult learners, employee, or those with busy schedules continue their education. Learners can study at their own pace, reducing pressure and stress. Next, optimize use of resources. Of course, institution and organization can reduce costs, such as travel facilities, by offering hybrid or learning programs. So later on, matatakal natin yung different kind of modes. It also allows for scaling training to reach large groups without increasing physical infrastructure. Next is increase engagement and innovation. So delivery modes using digital tools, multimedia, and interactive content can enhance learner engagement and motivation. Lalo na ngayon, no, sa 21st century natin is we should integrate technology talaga, no, when it comes to teaching or learning, no? So, and also it enables the use of innovative methods like gamification, simulation, or collaborative online project. Lastly is alliance with evolving workforce needs. The workplace increasingly values digital literacy and self-directed learning skills naturally developed through online and blended formats. Sabi nga ng kagaya nga nasabi ko kanina, no, we should integrate technology in generation right now. So yun, so we should digital literate enough, no? So training programs can be quickly updated and delivered through digital platforms to meet fast changing industry demands. So those are the importance of delivery modes in educational and training. Next, okay, let's proceed to we have here 6 main types of delivery modes. So first is traditional delivery modes. So traditional delivery modes are primarily involved in person instruction and direct interaction between instructors and learners. So these methods have been the cornerstones of education for centuries. Through their prevalence is changing with the advent of technology-based alternatives. So example natin dito yung paper and pencil test in traditional delivery modes. So next, we have the online delivery modes. So online delivery modes utilize digital technologies to deliver educational or training content, offering flexibility and accessibility beyond the limitation of traditional in-person methods. Just like yung during pandemic or yung COVID-19. So ginagamit talaga itong online delivery modes kasi hindi limited lang yung interaction ng mga tao. So yun, isa sa mga ginagamit nilang modes is yung online delivery modes. Alright, so next is experimental delivery modes. Focus on active participation and real-world application to enhance learning and knowledge retention. They move beyond a passive consumption or information and emphasize learning by doing by John Dewey. So, such as, dito may example natin yung mga role-playing, mga stimulation, kumbaga, talagang real-world situation talaga, real-world scenario talaga yung ginagamit dito sa experimental delivery modes. So, next is blended hybrid learning. So, when we say blended hybrid learning, it is are both pedagogical approach that combine online and in-person instruction, but they differ significant in their implementation and goals. So alam na naman natin lahat tong blended hybrid learning, no? Kasi ginagamit ito ginagamit ito during pandemic, yung may online at saka may face-to-face or sabihin natin modular, no? So yun. Next is distance learning. So distance learning encompasses any educational approach where teaching and learning occur without the physical presence of both instructor and students. So yun, without the physical presence of the students and instructor. So gamit talaga dito yung it leverage technology, gamit yung technology to bridge the geographical gap, enabling students to access educational regardless of their location, no? So ang drawbacks lang dito is yung signal, no? So dapat mayroon talaga tayong enough internet para maka-access tayo sa mga Google Forms or Google Meet, just like what we ginagamit ito ngayon ginagamit ito ng CBM students or CBM department, ng blended hybrid learning and distance learning, no? Kasi hindi talaga nila makikita yung mga student kasi madami talagang population yung College of Business and Management. So yun, last is the self-paced modular learning, no? Are closely related to instructional approach that emphasize learner autonomy and flexibility. So to make it short, self-paced and modular learning give learners control over how and when they learn, just like modular, no? Nakaka-experience naman tayo lahat ng modular. So yun, tayo yung nakakontrol ng time kung kailan natin sasagutan or kailan natin babasahin yung module na ibinibigay sa atin ng ating mga guro noon. All right. So next, tapos na sa main types of delivery modes, which is traditional delivery modes, online delivery modes, experimental delivery modes, blended hybrid learning, distance learning, and self-paced modular learning. So those are 6 types of delivery modes. So next, let's proceed to evaluation of the impact of delivery mode choice. So we have here learner engagement, accessibility, flexibility, and instructional effectiveness. So evaluate how the choice of the delivery mode affects learner engagement, such as sinabi ko kanina, such as accessibility and instructional effectiveness, no? So first, let's define learner engagement. So in learner engagement, dito natin malalaman yung interactive modes like face-to-face instruction and synchronous online learning often foster high engagement due immediately feedback and opportunities for interaction. However, we'll decide asynchronous online courses or self-paced learn can also be engaging if they incorporate interactive elements and multimedia, no? So when we say synchronous online learning, ito yung mga live session of discussion, just like using Zoom meeting, yung discuss ka sa isang online platforms ng kasama yung mga students, syempre yung mga students. So yung live session, yun ang synchronous online learning. While asynchronous, just like sa ginagawa ko ngayon, yung video report, so pwede nyo itong ma-access anytime as long as na-download ito or may enough or naka-access ka ng internet or enough internet, no? Next is accessibility. So accessibility and mobile learning significant expand accessibility, allowing learners in remote areas or with disabilities to participate. However, digital literacy and reliable internet access are prerequisites. Face-to-face instruction can be less accessible for those with physical limitation or geographical content. So dito sa accessibility, dito malalaman kung online and mobile learning significant expand accessibility or maka-access ba yung mga students sa mga far-flung areas, just like lalo yung sa mga rural areas, no, yung sa mga province talaga yung kanilang lugar. So dito malalaman or ma-evaluate kung naka-access ba sila or effective ba yung modes na ginagamit para sa mga learners. So next, flexibility. Online, mobile, and self-paced learning offer a greater flexibility in terms of timing and location, accommodating learners with busy schedules or other commitments. Traditional modes are typically less flexible. All right. So flexibility, talagang sinasabi ko kanina mo, using technology talaga is pwede talaga nating sabi pa natin magagamit talaga nating asynchronous learning styles ng mga students. Kasi for example, in Google Meet or Google Classroom, magbibigay lang dun si teacher ng activity ng students para gawin niya, magbigay siya ng ano ba yung tawag, deadline, enough deadline para pag-answer. So yun, ma-access ng student if when they want to answer those activity na binigay ng teacher sa kanila. So yun. Lastly is instructional effectiveness. Instructional effectiveness, the effectiveness of a delivery mode depends on the program's objectives and the learner needs, of course. Some learning outcomes are better suited to certain modes. For example, hands-on skills training might be best or deliver face-to-face, while theoretical knowledge can be effectively taught online. Alright, so a well-designed program will choose the mode that the best support the learning objectives and the learner characteristic. Of course, magbabase talaga tayo sa ating learning objectives. No, sabi ko kanina, a learning objective for us to be guided. So I think that's the end of my part, and I hope that naintindihan nyo kung ano nga ba yung anong ibig sabihin ng program delivery modes. So that's all, at maraming salamat po. God bless us all.